Nothing is the same. And what I mean by that is this is a Saturday, y'all. And it just really, really hit me this morning about how nothing is the same. Because I woke up this Saturday morning and I started thinking about how I used to be on Saturday morning. Now, I'm in Alabama. I'm a huge Alabama fan, as you can see on my bookshelf. These are all the hats. All the haters gonna hate. All the national championships in my lifetime, other than 1979, I was just a boy. But the one in 1992 and all the ones, the official hats from the Nick Saban era. So I'm a huge Alabama fan, and Saturdays used to be nothing but football. I would shut everything down. I would try my best, not to get involved in anything. Some people would do crazy things like getting married in Alabama, which is very few people would ever dream of doing that in the fall. There's been a couple of football games that I had to go to a wedding, and it was not a pretty sight. But it was just an all day thing, and I have nothing against that. I'm not saying that's bad if that's the way you are today, and I still love football. But I'm gonna be honest with you, when the Wang came through in 2020, seemed like everything changed for me. It just, I don't, I really am interested to see football fans and just other things in general, things that you used to basically prioritize over everything. And there were things that you enjoyed, not necessarily bad things, but you realized that just they wasn't that important. So, I found myself, it was really last year when it started really kicking in. And it was another thing, I was busy with my channel, but more than anything, I just felt like, wow, it just don't feel the same anymore. Yeah, I'll watch the game and I'll watch some games, but I'll miss some games and it won't be tragic to me if Alabama loses. And it sounds a little trivial to people that are not Alabama fans or football fans in general, big time football fans. Why would that even matter? Well, we have been trained, it's like in the old days, way, way, way back in even the Bible days, in the Roman Empire, they'd build those giant amphitheaters and it'd be filled with tens of thousands of people, quite frankly, to watch horrific things, horrific violence, actual people losing their lives, animals devouring people. If you've seen the movie The Gladiator, it just sort of illustrates it in the famous scene, "Are you not entertained? Are you entertained?" you know, so, but, you look at that and you say, "Oh, it's just so barbaric," and all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't really about what the event was, it was the event. And it's really been replaced by what I'm talking about, whether it be football, whether it be movies, whether it be binge watching on Netflix, um, shows that you like to watch, uh, fill in the blank. But for a kingdom-minded person, I mean, it just really, a lot of things got changed in 2020 and beyond. And as the years have gone by, and then you look at the chaos of the world that we're in right now, and it just doesn't feel the same. And so I'm not depressed about it. I'm not. I'm excited to be alive right now. Um, put this live chat up here to see what some of you guys are saying. But that's the way I feel. I just feel like nothing is the same anymore, except for God and who He is. But yeah, just all around the world, people are chiming in here. Um, yeah, people are saying same for me, same for me, and it's still fun. It's still enjoyable. It still feels like something that I would like to do. Man, it just don't it put life in perspective. Don't because when it's all said and done, one thing that it showed me is when it's all said and done, and I stand before God, and you stand before God. I promise you this: whoever your football team is not going to be brought up. And I'll be honest with you, whoever your political candidate is not going to be brought up. Um, these are things that we choose to prioritize with our time while we are here on this earth. But we are not. We are citizens of this world, but we're citizens of two worlds, especially if you're a believer now. I'm talking to the believers. Um, so yeah, everything has changed. Nothing is the same. Uh, and I got a feeling, and I think most of you feel the same way, something big is coming. And that even puts it even more in perspective when you start thinking about what is coming. Now, one more thing I want to show you. Don't jump off yet. This is why one of the reasons why I'm going to use this software when I'm going live on my phone is it's just got so many more features. And this is one thing I want to show you. This has happened to me so many times in the last few years, really since the Wang Wang, like what I'm talking about. Um, I know some of you worry about me. You're like, you look tired. When do you ever sleep? Well, the truth is, I don't sleep that much, and I haven't in many years. And it's not that I ain't trying, and you know, I'm telling you, my mind is it just will not slow down, and some of you can relate to that. No matter what time I go to bed, my body still wakes up at a certain time. And there's been times that, like last night, I was having a dream last night, and I'll be honest with you, I can't remember all the details of the dream, and it frustrates me because it was one that I really wanted to remember. I remember thinking when I woke up, I need to remember this dream, and I've just struggled to remember it. Can anybody relate to that? Well, uh, I do know that it involved. I was in a city, and I was around. How can I say this without getting flagged? I was around people from another country and another religion that at least has the reputation of being tied to acts of violence. That's all I'm going to say. And many you see many in the streets uh, around the world and in Europe uh, trying to institute certain laws that goes with their religion. So I was with these people. They didn't seem violent, but they were trying to push an agenda on me. That's all I remember. And I remember saying something like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm not going to do that. And that's all I remember, that I was around these people and they were trying to convince me that I needed to change something about it was either about the way I believed, what I was saying, preaching. And it sort of felt like, I'm not going to say it was New York City, but it sort of felt like I was in New York City. And that's it. That's all I remember. And there was a lot more in the dream, y'all. You ever have one of them kind of dreams? Comment down below if this happens to you too, please. Let me know. You ever had those dreams where you woke up and you was like, wow, but you was too tired to get up and write it down or whatever, which you always regret not doing because you're convinced this is such an awesome dream or this is such an amazing dream. This had to be from God. There's no way I'm going to forget this. And I don't know why our mind does that. But we go back to sleep thinking, okay, we got this because you're playing in your mind. Okay, I'm gonna remember this, this, and this, and then you go back to sleep and then you can't remember it. So I don't know why that happens, but that's what happened to me. That's all I remember. I was around these people from this other religion, and um, and they were trying to push some kind of agenda on me, and I was like, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. And I was sort of in a big city, not saying it was New York City, but watch this. This is what I mean by this has happened to me. Anytime I have a dream that's sort of like that, when I wake up and I look at my clock, it's always something like this. So I'm going to show you this. I opened my eyes in this dream, and this was my clock, 4:44. I have woke up before at 3:33. I've woke up at 5:55. Uh, thank God our clocks would not let me wake up at 6:66. But this was my clock this morning. And when that happens, what I always do is I realize, okay, I don't care if anybody else thinks this is significant. This is pretty significant because this has happened to me so many times that I wake up and it's three digits. And I've preached about it at my church and I've really got revelations from God. And I always grab my phone real quick, even though I'm sleepy. And I try to take a picture of it. Well, I don't know why my flash was on. My flash is never on. And I took a picture with the flash and of course blanked out. It was so bright, it blanked out the clock. And I was like, I got to get this. I gotta turn the flash off. I took the picture this morning and barely got it. And just probably about 20 seconds, it changed to 4:45. But when I saw this, I knew, okay, this, you guys, God, you got me on a path here. I'm glad I took the picture, and I was able to go back to sleep for about another hour, and I was back up about another hour. But yeah, so that is let's see if I take this off. How do I do this? Go back here. Okay. So yeah, that happened to me this morning. I want to know if that happens to any of you guys. Um, do you ever wake up, look at the clock, and it's just something like that? Or you have those kind of dreams where you just know this was something I need to remember and you can't remember it? So let me know on either one of them. That happened to me last night, and I'll talk a little bit more about it. Some other things that God's been showing me this morning on another show. But and then last but certainly not least, I really, 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 really want to know down in the comment section wherever you're watching this, um, does everything feel different to you? Um, it's not a sin to watch a football game. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But really, does it matter like it used to you? Maybe it does. Maybe you just got so determined, you're like, and nothing's going to take away my joy. This is what I love the most. Or maybe it's not football, maybe it's something else, and it's just something I enjoy doing, and nothing's going to take that from me. Uh, okay, and I get it, but I'm just talking about from my personal experience. Nothing feels the same anymore. So I'm loving this. So people are commenting. I can't wait to go back and read the live chat. That's awesome, man. So yeah, people are saying it. Wow. So people, so you're experiencing it too. Now I like this. And then hope this came through clear and sounds good, looks good, look good on my part. Very, very excited about using this software and deleting the other one that I tried earlier. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. All right. God bless you guys. Let's see what I got to do here to end this. I got to zoom this out, I think. Can't end it. How do I end it? How do I end it? Okay. Okay. All right. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay. I guess I just got to stay on here with y'all. There we go. All right. Thank you for joining me, and share this with somebody, and I'll go back and put a thumbnail on it, edit this out, and appreciate all your input. Be blessed. We ain't woke. Certainly awake. God bless.